India's first major Tejas export deal faces sudden standstill. Armenia delays purchase talks after deadly air show accident. New US-EU sanctions hit Russian oil trade. India's imports may fall to the lowest level in 3 years by December. Zepto Blinkit lead world's quick delivery boom. India now third largest quick commerce market. Namaskar, welcome to Heavies. I'm Sashira. You are watching Business Talk. Armenia has decided to stop negotiations with India to buy the Tejas fighter jet. According to the Israeli newspaper Jerusalem Post, this decision came after a Tejas jet crashed at the Dubai Air Show on November 21st. The crash killed the Indian pilot, Wing Commander Namansh Sial. Armenia was preparing to buy 12 Tejas jets from India for about USD 1.2 billion, around 10,000 crore rupees. The deal was in its final stages. If the deal had gone through, this would have been Tejas' first foreign sale. So far, neither the Armenia government nor the government of India has issued an official comment on this report. Among India's top fighter jets today, like Su-30 MKI, Rafale, Mirage, MiG-29, Tejas is special because of features that set it apart. Half of its parts are made in India. It uses advanced technology, including the Israeli ELM 2052 radar, which allows the jet to track up to 10 targets at once and attack them. It can take off from a very short runway, only 460 meters long. It is very lightweight. The jet weighs only about 6,500 kg, making it lighter than many other jets. Tejas was designed to replace India's older MiG-21 jets. So far, the Indian Air Force has received only the first batch, about 40 Tejas jets. Now, a more advanced version called Tejas A1 is being developed. This upgraded model will include many modern features, and many of its systems are being developed by Israeli companies. India may import the lowest amount of Russian oil in 3 years this coming December. Right now, India is buying about 1.8 million barrels per day of crude oil from Russia. But estimates show that in December, this might drop to around 600,000 to 650,000 barrels per day. According to media reports, India refinery companies have begun sharply cutting down Russian oil purchases. They don't want to break new US, European and British sanctions. Because of this, refineries are now looking for other sources of oil. The main reason for stopping Russian oil imports is the new sanctions from the US and European Union. Under the new US rules, two big Russian oil firms, Rosneft and Lukoil, are under stricter restrictions. Buyers were asked to stop dealing with these firms by November 21st. The European Union has set January 21st, 2026 as the final deadline. After that date, refineries will not be allowed to sell fuel made from Russian crude in Europe if the crude was processed even 60 days earlier. Because of these sanctions, banks in India doing transactions with Russia are under greater scrutiny. That has pushed even government-owned refineries to be cautious. More Indian refiners have now stopped buying Russian oil. Companies like Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals and HPCL Mittal Energy have stopped imports from Russia. Companies such as Indian Oil and Bharat Petroleum say they will only buy from Russian suppliers who are not on the banned list. Meanwhile, Nayara Energy, in which Rosneft has a stake, is currently still processing Russian oil. India is now the third biggest quick commerce market after China and the United States. In 2024, quick commerce business in India reached $5.6 billion, about 50,000 crore rupees. By 2030, it may double to $11 billion dollars, about 1 lakh rupees crore. India is also growing the fastest among the top 3 countries from 2025 to 2030. India's quick commerce market may grow at 15.5%, while the US may grow at 6.72% and China at 7.9%. In 2024, quick commerce companies around the world got $2.8 billion, about 25,000 crore rupees funding. Out of this, 37% went to Indian companies alone. Companies like Zepto, Blinkit, and Swiggy Instamart are top choices for investors. Since 2021, this industry has received over $5 billion in investment. Quick commerce means delivery products to customers in 10 to 30 minutes, unlike normal e-commerce like Amazon or Flipkart, which takes 1 to 2 days. Quick commerce offers very fast delivery. According to a Redshare report, 140 million people used quick commerce in 2024. By 2030, this number may rise to 233 million. Today, 70% of the total sales come from groceries, but it is quickly expanding into fashion, electronics, and beauty products. Thanks for watching. Keep watching Habits. Namaskar.